At APSMUN, where diplomacy plays. So raise your voice, let it be heard at APSMUN, where thoughts are stirred. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates, distinguished teachers, and honored guests. Welcome to a defining moment in the academic calendar of Aster, the Aster Public School Model United Nations Conference 2024 First Edition. So, I am Gargi Sharma.
I am Rashi. I am going to be the host for today's event. Today we stand before you with immense pride and excitement as your anchors for this prestigious event. This day marks the commencement of an exhilarating journey where minds will converge, deliberate debate, and devise solutions to global challenges. For those unfamiliar, Modern United Nations or MUN is an academic simulation where students immerse themselves in the intricacies of diplomacy, international relations, and working of United Nations.
Our eyes glued to the screen as we navigated the chaos of Google Meet. We battled through countless delegate registrations and endless debates, fueled by sheer determination and the piercing calls of secretary journals that echoed through the virtual corridors.
Thanks to W, our media outreach partner, for their outstanding efforts in broadening our event's reach and ensuring it gained the attention it deserves.
A special mention also goes to Skill Arena, our skill development partner, for their invaluable support in helping our participants enhance their skills and achieve excellence.
As we embark on this journey together, we reflect on the significance of the United Nations itself, an organization born out of the ashes of global conflict with a noble mission to promote peace, cooperation, and sustainable development. Today, as we convene in the spirit of constructive dialogue and mutual respect, we reaffirm our commitment to learning from each other, finding common ground, and embracing diversity in all its forms.
So, let us unite in a shared pursuit of knowledge, understanding, and global citizenship. Let us challenge ourselves to think beyond boundaries and envision a world where cooperation triumphs over discord. Without further delay, let us commence the Aster Public School Model United Nations Conference 2024 with optimism, purpose, and a steadfast belief in the power of collective action to make a difference. And special guest, Dr. Medha, esteemed EVs, valued delegates, respected teachers, and my dear students. A very good morning to all of you present here. Now it's an honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to the first edition of APSMUN 2024 in Aster Public School, Greater Noida. And all the leaders of tomorrow. Now before starting it, I just want to give a glimpse to all of you. The EVs who are sitting over here, few of them are like students who started this MUN last year. Although we were not able to do it in a grand scale, but they started a youth parliament. These children learn essential skills and knowledge as they step into the roles of leaders and diplomats, and they discuss, they do the debates, they negotiate and they collaborate, and so learn so many things and prepare themselves to become a global citizen, a well-informed citizen, which all of us, that is the mission, That is what the students are working for, and that is what we want, that the students should become aware about the surroundings, about the world, and should be ready to face all the challenges in life. If we talk about conflicts or wars, Ukraine and this Russia, Israel and Hamas, which is in news since last 2-3 days. Then terrorism is there. So many countries are fighting against terrorism, including us. Then another issue is climate change. Then inequality, corruption, and so many issues are there. But I believe that today's youth, who will be the leaders of tomorrow, they are fit. I can say that through their collaborative efforts and thinking, they will be able to resolve or find a path and make a way for the bright and peaceful world and the future also. Now, within these 2 days, you will engage yourself in thought-provoking discussions, negotiations, collaboration, finding a common solutions. But children, please remember, the art of diplomacy is not about winning or losing. It is about finding a common solution and working towards a shared goal. This is what I think. Now, to all the delegates and to all the students who are participating, I urge that you should be bold, you should be passionate, and you should be open-minded, enlightening, when you will be debating, when you will be doing discussion in the session, in the assembly, wherever, in whichever committee you are. And give your best over there, be respectful for others, and please be ready to listen to others also. I wish that your voices should be heard, your ideas should be welcomed by other delegates, and your outlook should be broadened. With this, I wish you all the best. I want to thank all the teachers, starting with Veena ma'am, Rupam ma'am, Shagun ma'am, the organizing committee, the secretariat, where the students are working day and night, tirelessly. Their efforts, their hard work is truly commendable. So, thank you to all of you. It is because of you all who have made this event happen. So, a loud round of applause to all of them.
'cause we believe it. Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, 'cause we can see it. Here's to the one that keep the passion, respect, oh yeah. Here's to the one that can imagine, respect, oh yeah. Gather round now, look at me. Respect and love who we are. We are the dreamers. We make it happen, 'cause we believe it. Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, 'cause we can see it. Here's to the one that keep the passion, respect, oh yeah. Here's to the one that can imagine, respect, oh yeah.
Today I had say around 10 to 12 minutes to talk to you, and I really wanted to excite you about international relations. What is IR, as we acronym it? What is IR all about? And in that context, I thought of a few points to tell you how is everything connected, how is international really connected to our everyday life. So, Honorable Principal, respected teachers, and my dear students, I'm indeed delighted to be here. Thanks for the invitation, and I'm really delighted to be really talking to the young minds, the young boys and girls who I would say are really the foundation and the future of the 21st century. Let me start by saying that international relations is a field which really shapes our everyday life. And I'm sure you'll ask me, how does it? Think about the war which is going around between Russia and Ukraine. As we talk today, the war today is in fact impacting our fuel prices back home, where India's international relations with some powers, particularly the EU, Australia, or the United States or Canada, deteriorates. Aster's conflicts, you just looked at the committees out there right behind the stage. One can also say, and I would like to make this analogy here, which I find often very interesting and I share it with my class, that international relations is in fact like playing chess or even practicing martial arts. In chess, essentially what you're doing, you're preempting the moves of the other as you decide on your own moves. And in martial arts, you are really trying to use the force of the other to your own advantage. Being careful of not really losing your balance. In international relations, you're doing the same. But what you're really doing is that you're going a step further. You're really trying to understand the history, the culture, the interests of the other countries. You're also not really just trying to win the game, as I think Principal Ma'am pointed out. You are in fact really looking for finding those win-win solutions to secure not only your own interest, but also aspire to make this world a safer place. South Asian University is an international public university, and it really brings together the young minds all across from South Asia. And I take this opportunity here to announce that from next year onwards, we are opening up an undergraduate program of global studies. And so do keep a check on our websites and for any other further communication, because at the undergrad level, you have conventional disciplines like political science, sociology, but I think in terms of international relations, there are very few educational spaces which have this. on the disciplines, on different disciplines. Because what we are really looking today is not to really have very siloed, compartmentalized solutions, but to have a holistic approach in terms of addressing these problems. So when you're really looking at nuclear security or energy security, you need to be well-grounded in the disciplines like physics, chemistry, biology, etc., which will help you to really look at things in a holistic manner. I have to say, learn to find win-win solutions, and I think come up with a happy solution. And that, I think, is really the purpose of this entire collective act.
Dedication and vision have shaped our APSMUN conference. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ritik Rana, our Secretary General. Through his steadfast leadership and tireless commitment, he has been a guiding force behind the scenes.
24th officially declares the APSMUN conference open.
Girls are increasingly at risk of starvation or informal marriage. Manisha sent medical aid to Ukraine, whereas Manisha stands for Afghanistan. The foreign minister said that Manisha is committed within its means and capability assisting Afghanistan in its nation building and reconstruction efforts.
As it contributes to the prevention of future allies and promotes peace and stability. In the whole world, existence of individual criminals encourages criminal activities, some more leading to corruption, web bribery, extortion, money laundering, and many more factors. If we take steps to make international judicial or legal framework capable of dealing with the problem, this can be done. We in Belarus have implemented many laws in favor of the agenda. We are seeking for international cooperation to replenish global crimes like drug trafficking and cybercrimes.
Is particularly issue for Iraq, a nation that has endured significant trials and tribulation over the past decade, internal strife and external conflicts, which have often led to grave human rights violations and crimes.
Uganda was the only African country who did not vote for the UN resolution that aimed to stop the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So how does the delegate justify this?
Uganda is a really small country, it is still developing. We cannot vote for one country and destroy our trading and engagements and relations with one country, so we stay neutral. But we do think that Russia should cease its aggressive practices and negotiate with Ukraine to maintain peace.
Well, distinguished delegates, we are gathering here to address the human rights violation during the crisis focusing on Ukraine and Afghanistan. Key issues in Ukraine. The conflict of Ukraine has led to civilian casualty displacement and infrastructure destruction. There are attacks on civilian restrictions on movement of targeting journalists. Key issues in Afghanistan. The current Taliban regime in Afghanistan has severely restricted women's rights during to express of education, human rights violations, reports gender-based violation, minority suppression and extrajudicial killings, human rights response and the Indian role. India has sent over 90 tons of refill material and evacuating 22,000 people during Operation Ganga in Ukraine. Humanitarian aid to Afghanistan. India has supplied more than 50 metric tons of feed, medicines and vaccines along with winter supplies. Development project. India has invested in Afghanistan, building schools, hospitals, friendship dams and some other things. Proposal for action. Strengthening humanitarian aid, increase of international aid according to efficiency assistance, enhancing international cooperation, enforcing human rights laws and applying diplomatic pressure on violations, supporting refugees.
Justice must be served for war crimes, genocide and human rights violations.
We owe it to victims, ourselves, and future generations. Together, let's create a world where justice knows no border. We would like to present for a quote.
Crime is small, tolerance is real. Therefore, it is above the law rather than above the crime that you should win.
This quote was cited by the English scholars Arthur Conan Doyle, and it talks about how modern crime have increased to a very extent.
There are many forms of crime that feed into rates, such as
cybercrime and human trafficking.
organized crime and white-collar crime or fraudulent crime. We would like to propose some resolutions for the above enumerated crimes.
For cybercrime, we advocate to report incidents to authorities and cooperate for swift legal action to fix human trafficking, raise awareness, report, raise supply chains, involve communities and advocate policies.
Race, gender, age, disability and other personal characteristics. We achieve these values through an inclusive and diverse workplace enabled by training, open communication, fair hiring, promotion based on ability and potential, and work-life balance facilitated by flexible working hours and parental leave.
While Portugal has made some commentative progress, we must remain brilliant in our effort. Let us see the diverse functionality policies that we have made in Portugal just to establish income inequality. Some of them are anti-discriminatory.
For women as part of our efforts to support gender equality. We are trying to get more women into top jobs by putting laws in place like the gender quota law, which says companies have to have a certain number of women in charge. We also lend a hand to immigrants and refugees to enter our workforce. We provide language lessons, job skills training and assistance in job searches so everyone regardless of their origins can find employment.
The women in the country in employment situations, and what are the policies which help them to be in the company for longer time?
The pay was 18%, it is being increased. We have the Transparency Act which was implemented in 2017.
collective efforts of every country, we must tackle this situation because every life matters.
The massacre and the burning of Rohingya villages and the chemical attacks and airstrikes on Syrians by global powers. Despite facing severe sanctions and numerous challenges, Iran has demonstrated remarkable solidarity by hosting and advocating for refugees and IDPs. Hypocrisy from Western nations is evident. These nations often vocalize human rights, yet they violate the 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 Protocol. For example, Australia's offshore processing centers where they detain asylum seekers arriving through the borders from Nauru and Manus Islands.
They face discrimination and struggle to access basic services and education. The impact of the situation has been particularly devastating for women and children, who account for 80% of newly displaced Afghans, as they face increased protection risks such as family separation, psychosocial stress and trauma. Inadequate housing, food insecurity, insufficient access to sanitation, and an overall lack of protection further complicates the well-being of affected families and violate their human rights. Most refugees in Gaza come from Venezuela, while other people in need of international protection arrive from countries like Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and Ukraine. UN agencies and civil societies are working closely with the Brazilian federal government to support persons coming from Venezuela. The response to new arrivals includes the creation of the Federal Emergency Assistance Committee and the expansion of the capacity of authorities to respond to the needs of people forced to be handled.
Immense pressures borne by frontline states and commend their efforts in providing refuge. Australia reaffirms its commitment to humanitarian assistance and resettlement for enhanced burden sharing, strengthened refugee protection mechanisms, and expanded pathways for legal migration. Equally important is addressing the root cause of displacement, be it violent conflicts, human rights, abuses, or climate change.
Today, over 1.4 million registered Afghani refugees live in its borders, as well as some 8,40,000 Afghani citizens are estimated. Afghan citizens, card holders, and an estimated of 4 lakh undocumented Afghans. Pakistan also holds small number of non-Afghan refugees from other countries.
Comprehensive strategy. Let us work together to prevent human trafficking, protect victims, and bring communities to justice.
Thank you, sir. Would you be open to questions?
We are honored to be a host for today's event.
Over the last 2 days, we have witnessed an extraordinary display of diplomacy, intellect, and camaraderie. Delegate, you have navigated complex global issues with precision and passion, embodying the ideals of the United Nations itself. Before we proceed, let's take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication of everyone who has contributed to making this MUN grand success.
And it required legal analysis. There were 6th graders, 7th graders, and we honestly didn't expect that much maturity and understanding they had of international law. I won't take much time. I'll just like to thank the school, the OC which was there in our committee and was tirelessly moving here and there, passing the checks. Of course, my co-EB members, Narun, Divyam, and Abhi. I'll just be announcing the verbal mentions and honorable mentions. The rest of the awards will be announced by them.
पुरस्कारों की तरफ बढ़ने से पहले मैं सबसे ज़्यादा आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा माही का, ईशान का, शैली का, आदित्य अरुण का, जिन्होंने हमारी कमेटी में ओसी की भूमिका निभाई। 2 दिनों तक लगातार इन्होंने 500 से का संचार पूरी कमेटी बनाए रखा, सभा बनाए रखा, जिसके कारण सुचारू रूप से हमारी कमेटी में सफल सभा हुई।
in fact for the school also, and it became possible because of the initiatives taken by the SST department. If you think, when this idea came in the mind of these SST teachers and it started executing, the way you started this event, if I look into the time 1 month before, today we are at the end, all EBs I think 2-3 times they took the workshop and make all the students, delegates aware about this event, in what way it will be conducted, and because of that only, today and yesterday things were so smooth, means everything was on auto mode because of well organized and systematic event. It was already planned, and complete credit goes to the secretariat members and organizing committee. And this was the experience of the all EVs which gave to their juniors, and it was the shared experience of the teachers of the EVs with the students. Because of that only this great park was ready for each and everyone, where all the delegates were sharing their views. When they were working for each and everything, whether that certificate designing or other things, they were so much involved in each and everything and meticulous in designing each and everything, means no correction was for us where we should make the corrections. So big round of applause for everyone, organizing committee, secretaries, members and the department and all the teachers who put the great efforts behind this.